Oh, hitting the back of the net, yeah. A lot of games you get similar chances, they don't go in. So a couple, other two guys on the line were making great plays, and our team just had a slow start in general, and then we picked it up as the game went on and started getting on the grind and wearing them out. And our line was fortunate to jump on the ice at the right times and make the right plays, but our whole team stepped up and played the right way the last 40 minutes.
What was really going for you guys as a line, more than anything, that got you going?
I think we just learned from the first period. The first period was no good. Our puck support was bad. We were on the outside, and just tried to execute our plays a little bit better and try to get in the inside, get some shots. And when we get net traffic, that's when you get second chances and third chances to make a little bit better plays. And I think as a team and as a line, we just started executing, I think, through the neutral zone better, and that allowed us to get in the O-zone.
That second goal, is it rare to get that much time alone in front of the goalie to be able to do that much stick handling?
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. Great play by Steen to take it wide, and I think there was two guys on Vladdy, and I wasn't sure he saw me, but I had a good feeling that he might have, and he made just a great pass to give me that much time in front of the net.
How about the pass he made to you on the first one?
Steener? Yeah, that was a great pass. I seen him hesitate. I was on the outside, so I knew he wanted me to jump to the inside, and the D was focused on him. I think he dragged a couple guys to him. That's what left me open, and he made a great pass.
Looks like this is you guys won tonight, Nashville won tonight, Calgary's winning again. Nobody wants to give an inch here, do they?
Yeah, just that time of the year. Everyone knows how big these points are, and everybody wants to keep moving up. And there's teams on everyone's heels, so that's just the way it is this time of year.
Everybody in your thought after the first period, we started working a lot harder. It's I think we've had our fair share of chances in the last few games here, and have hit posts, and goalies made some big saves. But tonight we kind of turned in our favor a little bit and got some bounces. It's fun.
Jaden's due. I mean, he's been working so hard. Is he due for some pucks to start going in for him?
Yeah, it's similar for him. It's what we've been talking with him about for a long time. It's, even when he wasn't scoring, he was contributing in so many ways. And, and you're getting that many chances and doing the right things and playing, the team game that he does. And eventually it turns in your favor. And you see, like last game, he drives the net, makes a good play, gets one off the skate, and it goes in and just starts snowballing like that. And he's been playing great for us all year.
Was that the first one just kind of anticipating him being in the spot there, or did you catch him out of your
Yeah, I knew once I made the move behind the net that I had a little bit of space. Schwartz made a great read. I think we both saw that area right away, and he jumped, so it was pretty easy. He's easy to play with. He's a hardworking guy, which makes it easy to read off him. And he's more times than not, he's just in the right spot. Just like that goal, you see the same area, and he kind of jumps towards it. So he's a good player, man.
Hey, Alex, you've said it all season long that Jake's one of the best goalies in the league. But
Yeah.
when you see him playing the way that he's been, does that just build more confidence for you?
I've been saying it for years. I think you could see it right away when he came up and training camps and stuff. The technique and in my opinion, he's one of the more. He's got how do you put this? One of the better hockey senses in the group. He's able to read the play. It's almost like in the beginning of the year he was reading it too well. He was almost a step ahead, and little bounces would beat him. And he's a solid goaltender. I think he's one of the top three in the league.
Are you really trying to set Jaden up there for the hat trick there on the?
Yeah, I was waiting for a long time. I feel like Larson knew I was going to him too. He just kind of leaked over to him. So then, I tried going back to tank as quick as I could and see if he could hit him, but we tried.
We were just a little too relaxed, I think. First period on both teams, each team had a couple of good chances, but other than that, it was a pretty slow period, I guess you can say that. It was just, I think both teams were a little sluggish to start, and, it wasn't good. It was 0-0, which is fine, but it definitely wasn't a great start.
Is it fun for you as a goalie when you're watching Alex and Tarasenko and Schwartz do the things that they're doing?
Yeah, Steen and Schwartz are doing everything really well, and it was good for Vladdy to find the net there. He's had a lot of chances late, and he's just been a bit snake-bitten. Floodgates will probably start opening now. So our top line played like our top line tonight, and did the job.
Did you need them tonight
Yeah.
more than anything?
Oh, yeah, we did. We needed to lead the way especially without Stas. That's a big hole to fill, and for them to be able to go out there and play the way they did, worked hard below the goal line. Kept team handling the ozone, and that's how they got their goals.
Hey, do you feed any off of like the crowd response to big saves like that, or do you have to just block all that out? I don't know how much you kind of notice it.
Yeah, you hear them, but you're pretty zoned in. It's tough to explain unless you're in the position that I'm in. You love the energy and hearing the energy. You more or less hear it at the start of the periods, but once the clock starts, it's all business. It's just something that grows on you after playing goal for 15 or 16 years.
After that save on Domi?
Yeah, that was good. I just desperation had to get over there and do something.
Jake, what's the biggest challenge playing the same team in consecutive games?
They're quick. They're a really good offensive team, and they got a lot of young players with a really bright future. And they showed it tonight. They create a lot of odd man rushes, a lot of 2-on-1s, a lot of 3-on-2s, and they're good at it, and that's their game. They like to play the north-south game, and we don't really want to get into that game, and hopefully we can control it once we play them Wednesday in AZ, and hopefully another big test and finish them off.
We weren't good in the first, that's for sure. And so what you hope, you go in and you obviously challenge the group to be better from that point. And so what you hope is that the response starts from your leaders, and we got that.
Were you one of those that felt that once Jaden got that first one, the floodgates would open?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, and I just think law of average, if he could continue to get chances the way that he was going to get, that he was getting them, that it would be, inevitable that pucks would continue to go in. So he's been more than due, and he's been getting the chances, and good to see him get rewarded now.
What were they doing that was really making them effective as the game was going on?
As far as Arizona, or the top line. Well, I think what we saw when they're on top of their game, they're attacking, and that's off the rush. I think we saw that, but in the offensive zone, they're attacking the middle of the ice. I thought much better than they were in the first period. I thought they were very perimeter, but once they started to attack the middle, they became more of a threat. Got more possession time. And like I said, that's obviously the offense is certainly part of it that we needed from them, but we needed the compete level of our entire group to come up, and I thought that they demonstrated that for us.
Well, we've talked about Jake, but tonight, did he just make saves tonight just timely?
Oh, Jake was huge tonight. Yeah, you think about. Well, first off, the first period for us to come out 0-0, that was on him. And then the second period, obviously we grab a lead there. At the end of the period, we gave up a couple massive chances that not only did we, do we keep the lead, but I thought that the building came alive. I think the building recognized what he was doing for us, and so we certainly got momentum from that as well.
Fighting your nails a little bit when it could have been 3-0 and now it's 2-1.
Yeah, we've all been part of those kind of games where you've got a couple great opportunities, you don't bury it, and then they come down and score. But I like the way that we regrouped after that. Huge penalty kill in the third period, and that was after that point. But I thought that the guys did a real nice job. Once we reestablished that lead and once we got back up 3-1, I thought we did a real nice job.
Talking about this morning, it looked like the barbershop line once again was very.
I thought, probably of all the lines, that was probably the closest to a 60-minute game that they had tonight. I think they got more ice time because of it, but certainly we felt that those guys right from the drop of the puck were ready to work. They were ready to compete, and certainly in the first period, I thought they were our most effective line, and then they were able to carry it on for the rest of the game.
Is that kind of an unlikely grouping, those three?
You know what? They're just going and playing. I think they recognize that every game is an opportunity for them to prove that they're NHL players, and it's a good challenge, and they're thriving under it. So we're giving them a lot, but they're earning it. We're not in the business of just handing things to people, and like I said, those guys they recognize the opportunity and they're taking advantage of it.
I think Yakupov had another great chance tonight, and
Yeah.
you mentioned him this morning as well. Why do you think he's been so much more noticeable and visible in these last 3 or 4
Well, he's playing with a real purpose. That's I think his work ethic is very noticeable. I think every game right now he's getting involved physically, where he's arriving on the body at certain times of the game. You see, tonight, for instance, you see times in the game where he ends up down low in our zone, where he's the first guy back in our zone, and that to me is a sign of his commitment to bear down on the defensive side of the game as well. These are the things that we talked about with him, and these are the things that we believe if he has those elements in his game, then the skill part will surface.
Like with regard to that third line, I know you'll cross this bridge when you get to it, but are they playing well enough that when injured guys come back, they're going to have to wait their turn, or how do you approach that?
Well, I think we have a number of guys like that right now, to be honest with you, that have been doing a heck of a job, and I hope that that's what we have right now as a group is the recognition that we have guys out and guys are taking advantage of the opportunity, and that nobody gets complacent because we have guys ready to come back in, but those guys coming back in, there's no guarantees as well.
You are basically in a must-win. You've been playing playoff hockey for a long time.
Yeah.
How does Mike Gill react? Is it nerve-wracking, or do you love it?
It's a great question. I love it. I love this time of year. Every game is different, but for us, like if you're a competitor, you love to play meaningful games at this time of the year. And regardless of the opponent, I mean, that's a team that challenges you an awful lot with their speed and their skill, and they have structure. They're well coached. So every game is a new challenge, but I just love the idea that we're playing in real meaningful games, and we're trying to build our game towards not only getting into the playoffs, but being real strong once we get there.